I can't find my bracelet. My mother-in-law must have taken it again. Stop complaining. It's from Mom. Just deal with it. My mother-in-law has a habit of taking my stuff without asking, and my husband sides with her every time. Why won't he stand up for me? I'm seriously struggling here. Then the unthinkable happened. My husband's prized luxury car got stolen. I know who did it. My name is Emma. I'm 28 years old. My happy life with my husband Ethan started to crumble about a year into our marriage. We both work, but I get off earlier, so I head home and prepare dinner. That day, waiting for my husband to come home, he dropped a bomb. Mom's coming to stay with us starting next week. Wait, what? You mean she's staying overnight? My husband sighed heavily at my question. She's not just staying. She's moving in. Moving in? Yeah, it's like living together, since Dad passed away. Mom's been alone. She's getting older. It's tough for her. Hold on a second. You can't just decide this. We have our own lives, too. At least give me some time to think. Despite my plea, my husband just grinned and brushed it off. It's fine. It's fine. Mom wants to feel secure, so she just wants to live with us. I get that she might feel lonely and insecure, but you made this huge decision without consulting me. Couldn't you at least have told me? Why do I need to report every little thing to you? She's my mother. That's exactly the point. She's your mom, not mine. I have to make all sorts of adjustments, What are you so mad about? Anyway, it's settled. Deal with it. Wait, hold on. Ignoring me, my husband walked out of the room. Left behind, I felt my frustration growing. How could he make such a big decision about us living together without even consulting me? I still have to make adjustments no matter what. Ethan doesn't lift a finger around the house and acts like it's no big deal because she's his mom. We've tried talking it through several times, but all he says is, "It's already been decided," shutting down any conversation. Sure enough, next week, his mom, mother-in-law, shows up at our house just like it was planned. If mother-in-law was a normal person, I wouldn't be so against living together. But every time I see her, she makes snide remarks and bullies me. That's exactly why I can't fathom living with her and only go to her house when absolutely necessary. But now, out of the blue, it's been decided we'll be living together. As I expected, mother-in-law started making snide comments to me the very first day. "Emma, don't you know I was coming today? There's trash in the corner of the room." "I'm sorry, I was working today, so I didn't have time to clean." Excuses. Couldn't you have cleaned up after work? But then I wouldn't have time to prepare dinner. Oh, for heaven's sake, stop talking back. How do you even manage being Ethan's wife? Be more efficient. I'm sorry. 10 minutes in our home, and it's already like this. I'm really worried about what's to come. From that day on, mother-in-law's oppressive behavior escalated and constantly stressed me out. One day I came home from work, and mother-in-law greeted me with a huge smile, saying, "Welcome home." I usually don't get this kind of greeting, so it was eerie. Then I noticed something shiny around mother-in-law's neck. Wait, is that necklace? It looked similar to what I owned. Having a bad feeling, I rushed to my room and checked my jewelry box. My suspicion was correct. I immediately headed to the living room and confronted mother-in-law, who was sitting there leisurely. "Mother-in-law, that necklace. It's mine, isn't it?" "Oh, you finally noticed. It suits me, don't you think?" I lost my cool with her shameless reply. "What are you talking about? Stop using my stuff without permission." "What's the big deal? It's not like it's going to be used up or anything." "That's not the point." "Stop complaining and get dinner ready. Ethan will be home soon." Even as I prepared dinner, my mother-in-law continued to interfere, ratcheting up my stress levels. That night, I couldn't take it anymore and decided to talk to my husband. Hey, Ethan, can we talk?
What's up?
Today I caught mother-in-law wearing my necklace without asking.
Oh? So?
So, do you get it? She went into my room, opened my jewelry box, and basically stole it.
Stole? Aren't you exaggerating?
Exaggerating? How am I exaggerating?
Calm down. I'm sure Mom didn't mean any harm.
Anger welled up in me at my husband siding with mother-in-law. Holding back from raising my voice, I kept making my point. You're saying it's okay to go into someone's room without permission and take their stuff? A normal person would at least say sorry.
Well, Mom just saw something nice and took it.
That's not the point, Ethan. You need to talk to her.
What, me?
Of course you. Mother-in-law disrespects me. Telling her off won't do anything. So you, her son, need to do it.
Fine.
I'm counting on you, okay? Despite my emphasis, it seemed my husband forgot by the next day. I shot him a few dirty looks, but he never confronted mother-in-law. Since then, mother-in-law started using my stuff without asking. In other words, she borrowed without permission. No matter how much I complained, she didn't listen. Plus, there are no locks on the doors in this house, so telling her off would be pointless unless she changes her ways. If this continues, I'll end up losing my belongings. I have to put a stop to mother-in-law's behavior. I need to come up with some sort of plan. Then, one day, an incident occurred that I absolutely couldn't forgive. Well, it's gone. How could this happen? Today I had plans to meet up with a friend and wanted to wear my late mother's bracelet for the occasion. It's a precious item, so I never keep it in the jewelry box. Instead, it's stashed deep in my desk drawer. And yet, it's missing. The only person who could have taken it is my mother-in-law. When I confront her sternly, she casually admits to the theft.
Oh, that bracelet? I just borrowed it.
Borrowed it? Then give it back right now. I need it.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I sold it.
What? You sold it? Is this some kind of joke? Who sells someone else's belongings? Though rattled, I fought back. Enough with the jokes. Give it back now.
It's no lie. By the way, most of the things I've borrowed from you, sold those too.
What on earth are you thinking? As I argue with my mother-in-law, my husband Ethan, who just woke up, joins us. Ethan, listen to this! In a rush, I explain the situation. Your mom sold my bracelet.
Bracelet?
The one that belonged to my late mom. Plus, she's been selling off most of the stuff she's borrowed from me without my permission.
Mom, is this true?
Faced with the question, my mother-in-law sticks out her tongue in a mock gesture.
I'm on a fixed income, you know. I don't want to be a burden, but I can't make ends meet without a little extra cash.
You've got to be kidding. What gives you the right?
Don't get so mad. I didn't mean any harm.
Mean any harm? If you meant no harm, you wouldn't be selling and stealing other people's stuff.
That's because...
Where did you sell it? Buy it back right now. At that moment, my husband yelled,
Enough is enough!
He was glaring, not at his mom, but at me. Confused, I questioned him. Why are you yelling at me, Ethan? Your mom took my bracelet without asking.
Be quiet. I did it for Mom. Stop complaining.
For Mom? Are you kidding? Why do I have to give up my cherished items for her?
Because it makes Mom happy. She's your mother-in-law. Show some respect. Just do as you're told.
I snapped right then and there. I couldn't take it anymore. Not his thieving mom, and not Ethan taking her side. I can't go on living with people like this. Fueled by rising hatred, I shouted back. That's it. If you're not going to return it, let's get a divorce.
What? Quit joking about divorce.
I'm not joking. I am dead serious.
Fine, whatever. I'll get the divorce papers today.
Good. If you're going that way, I have no problem with it." Amidst our argument, his mom had a look of satisfaction on her face. She never liked me. Her real goal was likely to get me out and have this house to herself and her son. That night, my husband came home and handed me the filled-out divorce papers. After signing them, I began to pack. I'll pick the right moment to leave. That's what I decided. The next day, during my work break, I checked my phone and found multiple missed calls from my nearby living sister, Sophia. Something must have happened. I called her back, and she dropped a bombshell. Wait, Sophia, is that true? It is. No mistaking it. It's not something you see around here. But why? I took a photo, so I'll send it. Make sure to check it on your end, too, sis. Okay, got it. Right after hanging up, a photo came through from my sister. Without a doubt, it was the damning evidence that could ruin my mother-in-law. When I got home and was calmly preparing dinner, my husband Ethan stormed in, looking panicked. "Emma, this is serious." "What happened?" My prized car is missing." "Wow, that sounds serious." "Come on, why are you so indifferent? You know how much that car means to me." "I do. It's the car you've been dreaming of since you were single. You finally managed to buy it last year, right?" "Exactly. So act more concerned. We're still paying off the car loan. Where could it have gone? Don't tell me, Emma. Did you take it out?" "Of course not. I have my own compact car. Plus, I know you'd be mad if I took yours." "Right, but then where?" My eyes glanced towards mother-in-law, and she quickly looked away. That confirmed my suspicion. "Ethan, I think mother-in-law knows something." "What? Why would Mom know?" "Isn't that right, mother-in-law?" As I questioned her, mother-in-law's face turned ashen. "What are you talking about, Emma? How is Mom involved?" "Well, I got a call from Sophia today." "Sophia?" "She happened to be out shopping and saw mother-in-law driving your car." "What?" "That car's a foreign model, and it's blue, so it's pretty recognizable around here. Sophia said that she even recognized the license plate." "Wait! Hey, what's going on here?" Ethan, now red in the face, confronted mother-in-law. Mother-in-law started stammering her excuses. No, Ethan, I just borrowed the car for a little bit." "Borrowed? Are you kidding me? I've told you countless times not to touch that car." "I'm sorry, but I just really wanted to drive it." "What the heck did you do with the car, then? Did you leave it somewhere?" "No, that's not it. But I did leave the keys in the ignition. Someone from the neighborhood must have stolen it." "Stolen? Are you kidding me?" "I swear I drove the car all the way home. I'm not lying." I showed mother-in-law a photo to put her in her place. "Is this why you're lying, mother-in-law? Because you wrecked the car like this?" "What the? Emma, how did you get that picture?" The photo I showed her was sent to me by my sister, Sophia. It clearly showed mother-in-law driving a badly damaged luxury car. My sister took this just in case and sent it to me. "You took Ethan's car and ended up damaging it so much that you couldn't drive it back, could you?" "No, that's not—" "So where's the car? Besides, if someone from the neighborhood had stolen it, someone would have noticed, right?" "Well, you see—" My husband started shaking next to me and yelled at mother-in-law with a fierce look on his face. "Are you kidding me? You damaged my car and then what? Give it back now." Calm down, Ethan." "How can I be calm? You're paying for the repairs, got it?" That's impossible. I've already sold the car." "Sold it? That's not possible. The car's in my name." "I found a dealer that said they would buy any car. They said I could even sell it as proxy. So I sold it for $4,000. "What? 4,000? The luxury car my husband bought would easily go for hundreds of thousands, even if sold now. Mother-in-law was fooled by some sketchy dealer who didn't know the car's worth and got ripped off. When my husband found out,
He was livid and yelled at mother-in-law like never before.
You've got to be kidding me. Do you know how much that car meant to me?
I'm sorry, Ethan.
You better make it right. I'll give you back the $4,000, so please forgive me. $4,000 isn't even close to enough. Get out!
My husband forcefully kicked his mother out and locked the front door. He turned to me, defeated, and mumbled,
I never thought Mom could be so toxic. I'm sorry for not taking your side before.
It's about time you got it. Don't worry, I'm over it.
Now that she's gone, let's live happily together again.
Excuse me? No, we won't.
What?
I want a divorce. Instantly, his face turned pale, and he clung to me.
Hold on a second. I already kicked Mom out. Why divorce now?
Don't you get it? I'm fed up with you, too. My decision to divorce stands. I have no intention of mending things at this point. You've sided with your mom so many times.
That's unfair. You're being too harsh.
Harsh? You've got some nerve. You did nothing when I needed help. You're so self-centered. I despise you just as much as I despise your mother. My feelings will never change.
Emma, calm down.
Shut up. All of this happened because you decided to live with her. Reflect on that. I will never forgive you. What happened with the car? You got what you deserved. Serves you right.
What? You feel that way?
Of course. I hope you suffer double the mortgage on the house and the car. It's the punishment you deserve. You're going to have to take it as far as you can, you son of a bitch. I left him with those words and grabbed my packed bags on my way out. I headed straight to City Hall to file for divorce. I deleted all his contact info and cut ties completely. Later, I demanded compensation from my mother-in-law for selling my belongings without my permission. She reluctantly started working. With demands for car payments from her son, she's likely working for the rest of her life. My husband is left with house and car loans, and his life has changed significantly. He no longer goes on stress-relieving drives, spending his days off confined to the house. Hopeless case, both mother and son. Karma's a real thing. Serves you right. After all this, I moved to an apartment near my workplace. Now that I'm single again, I have more financial freedom, and life is much more peaceful. Since it's my day off, maybe I'll take a drive to the beach today. This is what freedom feels like. I plan to enjoy my new life to the fullest.